Hello everybody. Today I bring you another new product. It's a collaboration with a company called FITCAMX. So they are the makers of dash cams, but they have a unique way of doing dash cams, and I will show you here. Now, a matter of full disclosure, I did open this box, as you can see, and we all know once you take something out of the factory box, you can never get it back the same way. And I just opened it up to get the contents just so I can study it, and I will need two hands to open it. But basically the promise here is that this will be a factory fit dash cam, and they support many different makes and models. And in my case, this is for 2020 Ford Fusion hybrid, but I don't think it really matters in my case. And they claim that this product does have a Wi-Fi connection. It records on a loop with a G sensor where it will secure the footage if it senses a shock. You got the wide angle view. It's a perfect fit, and I will show you why it's a perfect fit, and it's a high definition. So let me open this box and kind of show you the content. All right, so with the box opened, I want to tell you this. So first of all, it did not come like this. It came in two. So once I opened the, it was sealed, obviously. Once I opened the outer box here, it had two white boxes. It got a larger box that had the word Dashcam on it, and it had the little box going this way that was called, and it had accessories on it. When I was taking it out, I accidentally ripped the big box. So I didn't want to film it with the big box already torn open. So I figured it would be easier this way. So here, we're going to set it aside. We're going to review everything that came in the box. And here is the star of the show. So as you can see, the way that they designed this product is it's designed to fit over the existing hardware that's already in the car and connect it, and I'll show you once we get outside, in the car, to connect it to the existing hardware where this takes over the actual plastic housing that I currently have in my 2020 Ford Fusion. Now you can kind of see some of the markings right here. You got the serial number, got the model number. Now, the one thing that it does not have is, that it's specific to the Ford Fusion. Now, this could be a prototype. I'm not 100% sure. The part itself does have some part numbers on it. I'm not sure if this component is 3D printed or not. I got some markings here, and then also this cable came separate, so I clicked it into place, and it's got these two wire connectors right here, and they do also have an install a video that I will share in the description just so you guys can see. And the idea here is that, once again, you'll take down the existing housing, and on the Ford Fusion you'll see it. There's some cameras and stuff for some of the sensors that are in the car, and this will take over it, and this will give you the factory look with, I don't want to remove this just yet, with a dash cam that you can control via the buttons here and via the app. So this would be kind of the star of the show. But some of the other stuff that it came with, now I'm not 100% sure what exactly will be used here, but you got a phone mount right here, because it is designed via the app to go with your phone. And some of the other things here, you can kind of see. I'll put the box this way. I'm filming it on the couch because it's a pretty big box, and my desk is not super huge, so I didn't want this to be very weird. They give you this pry tool, and this is to pry off the existing housing. So I guess thank you for that. It's plastic. Hopefully it's safe. Not 100% sure what that does just yet. And also one thing to mention, it does come with already pre-built in kind of an SD card, which, there you go. So it will record the locked-in footage here. All right, it's a 64 gigabyte micro SD card. So we'll leave it here for now. Some get support information. We'll put it here. Not 100% sure what this is for just yet. Looks like it might be to cover the back, possibly. Not sure. And some instructions. Now, it's got the scan the QR code for the installation. It got the two apps, and it has multiple languages. And it's interesting to see, obviously you have your, English, Italian, Dutch, Deutsch, Dutch, Spanish, France, Russian. Obviously it's an international product, but I just so happen, so I speak and I'm fluent in both languages, in the most top one and the most bottom one. So it's interesting to see how I'll read this through and also look at the video, because honestly, prying things off of your car, I'm a little worried, but hopefully this will be easy. So let's see how it goes. All right, so here we are at the car, and basically this is what we're gonna try to do, is try to replicate the factory look. Now, inside this, we have a bunch of sensors. So, it's a hot day today. We're gonna turn the car on for now. Whoa.
And slow again.
And only because it's like almost 6 o'clock and it is pretty hot. I mean, you're about to see. Yeah, it's 5:50 and it's 91 degrees. So here in northern Illinois, it's quite steamy. So we're gonna put this mirror down. And basically, so inside this housing, this is what we're gonna try to replace. Now, I probably need to get rid of this iPass, at least for now. And yeah. So this housing will need to come off, and inside there, so for this particular car, is even though it's a base model, you can kind of see we got no heated seats, we got no sunroof, we got cloth. It's still got a lot of different sensors, and those sensors basically have the lane keep assist, and we do have smart cruise control here, and we do have the emergency like stopping, kind of like I don't know what it's called, collision avoidance, so to speak, and that just flashes the light if you approach something really quick. And this one, in this case, it's all pretty basic stuff, but I'll be honest with you, like I turn all of it off. I do use the smart cruise control, so you can control the distance here. And all those sensors, they all live here. Now, I will try very carefully, and I will try to follow the video. And the video basically says to remove this plastic thing first. And you can kind of see it's not very tight on here. I wish that this mirror could like come off somehow. It probably can, but once again, if you guys know me, I'm not super keen on modifying my car, so I don't do this thing often. I usually don't break stuff, and I don't replace stuff. So I will try to very carefully use the pry tool, and I will definitely need two hands. And first remove this thing that covers there. It looks like there's a little wire, well, not a little, there's like a wire harness that comes in, and you're supposed to be able to tap into some of the power. I guess should be a connector there to get it all installed. So wish me luck. All right, folks, here's what we got. I separated with this tool. Now, everything is good. This piece came off no problem at all. As if it was barely holding on to it. This piece took a little finagling because I wasn't exactly sure what am I separating, because, like you stick a plastic piece underneath it, and I was trying to be very careful. But at the same time, I don't know, like, what was it holding on to? So it looks like it's holding on to this metal thing here via these clamps. So I guess once I got it in the right spot, it came off. Now, the manual did say turn the car off, but the problem is it's 91 degrees. I don't want to die here. So as soon as I disconnect this, there were two connectors. One is this one, and one is that one. And looks like there's an eyeball here. I guess that's what watches, that's like the little camera that watches the road. And because the car is on, as soon as I disconnected it, I got the front camera malfunction, pre-collision, yeah, whatever that other thing is. Now, once again, the car should be off when doing this, but at the same time, it is way too hot. I don't have a garage, I don't have any of that, and even with the windows down, I can't do that. So I'll keep I hope I can put it all back together. Now, this is where this comes in. Now, one of these connectors, that looks like, this. Now that could possibly match to this. Now, I'm sorry, I don't have a camera crew or anything, so that looks like it connects, it can match this. It can plug in here, so I don't know which one of these is the sensor. But here's a problem. I don't think, you see, because this one has the camera module here on the bottom instead of here on the inside. This is the camera, but it's got this huge connector, and that's supposed to go in here. But that doesn't look like it will fit in there. So once again, I need to look at that video one more time, because in the video it made it look like all you're doing is you're replacing this plastic shroud, and I have to just play around with it long enough to get a kind of a better understanding of how things are supposed to fit. Because obviously you can see the mirror came off, and you know, oh, plus the mirror has the sensor for the auto dimming right here. So, all right, need some time to work on this, and we'll get back to you. All right, folks, it took a little bit of finagling, but look, I got it in there. Here is my OEM part right here. Here is my Dashcam part. Now, yeah, from a perspective of just looking like it's OEM, yeah, I mean, for sure, because look, this piece fit in just fine. It took a little bit of effort to get out that extra wire. I kind of tucked it in here, and also I wanted to make sure that I don't obstruct anything that was there, and also all my warning chimes, you know, went away. I'm still running the AC, as you guys can see, 91 degrees still, and I was afraid that I was going to suffocate. So yeah, I clicked on it. So once I connected everything, I made sure my first priority was make sure that I connected everything right. And then it took me a little bit of effort to kind of maneuver it and kind of click it back. It's got those metal prongs. It was more of like a twisty motion. I didn't realize. So when I was prying this thing open, right, I didn't know what I was prying open, but basically once I released there's a couple plastic things in there. The rest of it was just a twist motion and get the metal bracket back on there. So from the perspective of like inside, it looks just fine. Let's see. From the perspective of outside, you know what? I think I just realized why that plastic thin piece was included. Oh, I got it all locked. I gotta get it unlocked. I think that's why it needs to be covered. See, it's all kind of falling into place. This piece. But once again, how would I go about covering that if it's got the original sensor in there? Plus it's got this ribbon thing. I'm not 100% sure on that, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it open. Sorry, I had to cut. Somebody was in the shot, and so I'll just leave it open for now. I don't think there's any need to close that piece. I think it was kind of open. You know what? I'm gonna have to compare. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll leave both pieces for now. And the idea is that you will use this mount, which is, you know, nicely included. It's for your phone, and obviously it expands. It does fit my S23 Ultra Samsung phone. But you know what? I have a very good cubby right here where I can put my phone and I can see it. And it does flip the camera footage. You know, by the way, when I connected right away. No problems at all. And it's got like the little light that blinks. I don't know if you guys will be able to look at it, to see it. And it's got two things. It's got a button for on and off, and it's got a quick button to take a snapshot of what you see, like a picture. But it also gives you the control in the app to do the same thing. And I drove around it. I'll see if I can download some of the footage and post it as an example towards the end of the video. I mean, the quality is good. It's got some good basic controls on the camera. And overall, I know I keep pointing to the mirror, but basically, yeah, I mean, as far as the fit and finish, it fits great, connects great. I'm not sure, I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it permanently in here. I'm also going to need to wipe some of the fingerprints that I left here while trying to install this. But look, overall, still not 100% sure what this is for. I don't think this was explained in the manual, at least not that I saw it. Some sort of a connector, USB, you know, C to USB A. Not sure about this. Once again, I think I have an idea, but not 100%. And yeah, it's got the manual here. I just want to quickly kind of point you here. Sorry. Yeah, so here's like the English instructions right here. Got the 2 indicator lights, blue, red, reset button. It tells you to scan the QR code, you know, look for the video. It also does have options, so I did not get that option, but it has options for cars that don't have any kind of housing here, to actually connect it via, you know, via electrical cables, basically to your you know, to your car. In this case, they kind of made it easy so that the 3 things did click into place after all. And this big connector up here, I ended up just reusing it, so that was fine, and that's when all the errors disappeared. It's got the connection for how to get it hooked up to your phone. And then, yeah, it just talks about like the G sensor, the parking mode. I'm gonna turn that off. 99% of the time I park like this, and at work I park this way because I also don't want the power to be drained from my car. Format the SD card, so the SD card was included. You cannot really get to it from here, you know, by not removing it, but it also does do the loop recording, so unless you have an event, it will just keep re-recording itself time and time again. It's got some troubleshooting, but yeah, I mean, really just a little 2 cards, and it's got the same thing in multiple languages. So look, installation is good. I had a little learning curve, but once again, I usually don't modify. I don't change exhausts. I don't change rims on my cars. I don't change the stereo system or anything like that. So yeah, here I was playing around with the audio, because once you connect it via Bluetooth, it kind of shares it with the car. So overall, the first impression of FITCAMX is good. It is designed for a very wide range of vehicles. Obviously, this piece does have to be custom made. Not sure if they 3D printed or molded or get the original parts and kind of copy it. This piece, yeah, just very carefully, you know, unclicks from its place. I didn't damage it because I'm always afraid of breaking one of these things. Here's, by the way, here's a Ford Motor Company part number in here for this plastic. This other piece does get reused, and it kind of covers the little extra wire that you get. So yeah, I'll keep it. Once again, not sure if I'm gonna keep using this for the long haul, but as far as the rest of it goes, I mean, it blends in. You don't really see anything. I hope that I clicked everything in place, and you know, my error codes disappear. Looks like they did, and I drove around it. And I'll be happy to maybe keep it for a few weeks and then give you guys an update. You know, did I notice it? Did it start bothering me with this little hump, which I don't think it will. My iPass went back into place right there. And yeah, and thanks a lot, FITCAMX, for doing this collaboration. It's always fun to explore products from other companies. And we'll see, everybody. I'll look at the video samples. I'll put it towards the end, and I'll link in the description. Take care, everybody.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out.